Chosen one. Listen closely. What I'm about to reveal is not for everyone. If you're watching this, it's no accident. God has chosen you. You are part of something divine. The change in your life is a result of that choice. But here's the secret: most will never understand this power. You do. That's why you're here today. The time of waiting, hoping, wishing is over. You are about to step into the reality you've prayed for. But there's a deeper spiritual force at play here. God is guiding you into your destiny. As a chosen one, you're about to experience the world in ways others can only dream of. Before we dive into the life, you're here because you've been waiting, hoping, wishing for something. Now you're about to experience the reality you've prayed for. But there's a deeper spiritual force at play here. God is guiding you into your destiny. As a chosen one, you're about to experience the world in ways others can only dream of. Before we dive into the life-changing truth, take a moment to help us grow this community. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with the number 99. This number indicates that you are prepared for the blessings that are coming your way. It will send a powerful message to the universe. If you feel that this message is meant for you, watch until the very end. However, remember that this message isn't for everyone. Only those who are ready to claim their power will fully understand what's about to happen. For those of you who are ready, your life will never be the same. What does it mean to be chosen by God? You were chosen for a purpose that goes beyond what most people experience. Imagine a quiet voice within you that touches your soul at unexpected times. This is no coincidence. It's a special choice from God. A calling to rise above what you know and step into a destiny greater than you can imagine. Here's the twist. This calling is not for the world to see. It's a secret. A divine secret that you carry within you like a treasure that must be handled with the utmost care. When God chooses you, it's not about personal recognition or worldly success. It's not about being arrogant or loving the limelight. Instead, it's about being in a perfect position where your heart, soul, purpose are in sync with a greater plan. To be chosen by God means you've been given something very important and personal. It's a big responsibility that can't be taken lightly. It requires humility, wisdom, a kind of strength that others often don't notice. This secret should be carried with grace and respect. It's not a secret of exclusion. It's a secret of deep connection with the divine. The world may not understand it. Sometimes you may question it, too. But as you journey through life, you'll realize that the whispers of your heart are not just your own. They are the voice of something much larger. The path of the chosen one is one of quiet service, profound change, a deep connection to God's eternal love. Being chosen by God is not about being favored. It's about being in harmony with God. It's the divine recognition of your soul's potential to fulfill a purpose far greater. Picture this. The universe moves in mysterious ways. When your heart is in perfect alignment with the divine plan, everything falls into place. Being chosen isn't about being better than anyone else. It's about being in the right place at the right time, ready to serve a higher purpose. God doesn't choose based on merit or worldly achievements. In fact, many of God's chosen ones may feel unworthy or inadequate when they first hear the call. They may question why they, out of all people, have been chosen. The truth is that being chosen has little to do with what you've done and everything to do with how open your heart is to God's will. When your heart is pure and your intentions are in line with divine truth, you can fulfill the mission given to you. In a way, God's choice is like a special partnership. God reaches out, offering you the chance to walk a path that is uniquely yours. One that brings about transformation not just for you, for the world. It's about being an instrument of love, compassion and service. It's a partnership where you and God work together to fulfill the divine plan. As you walk this path, you will realize that being chosen is not just a title. It's a calling that demands humility, sacrifice, a commitment to something far greater than yourself. There are moments in life when you feel an undeniable tug at your heart. It's subtle at first, like a whisper in the quiet of your soul. Soon it becomes impossible to ignore. This is the call of the divine, a call to something greater than what you've known. It's not a loud, forceful summons, a gentle nudge that beckons you to awaken to your true purpose. You may not fully understand it at first. That's okay. The call is meant to stir something deep within you. It will grow and expand as you walk the path of the chosen one. The call to the heart is an invitation, not a demand. It invites you to step into your higher self, to embrace your divine gifts, to walk a path that leads to profound spiritual growth. It's a calling that goes beyond the noise of everyday life, cutting through the distractions to speak directly to your soul. Once you hear it, once you recognize it, there's no going back. Your heart knows it's time to answer. Though the journey may be scary, you feel a deep sense of peace, knowing that you are doing something that's much bigger than you. This call may not be clear at first. It might feel like a subtle yearning, a feeling of discomfort in your current life, an overwhelming sense that you are meant for something more. But when the call arrives, it's like an awakening. Suddenly, everything begins to make sense. You realize that you have been preparing for this moment your whole life. Even if you didn't realize it, the call to your heart is the first step toward fulfilling your divine mission. Only the chosen ones can truly understand it. God's call isn't like the loud, booming voice of thunder. Instead, it comes in the form of a whisper. It's a quiet voice that stirs your soul, speaking to the very core of who you are, awakening something deep within. This isn't a call that demands immediate answers or quick action. One that waits patiently for your soul to respond. This whisper is a gift, a divine invitation that leads you to a purpose greater than you could have imagined. When God speaks to you, you don't just hear words, you feel a vibration deep within. It's a call to your very essence, stirring up emotions you thought you buried, dreams you thought were impossible, pushing you to face fears you didn't even know you had. But it will always be accompanied by a deep sense of peace. This whisper will challenge you. It will never lead you astray. It will guide you toward the truth of who you are and the purpose you are meant to fulfill. At first, the call might seem distant, like an echo in the background of your life. As you become more in tune with it, it becomes clearer, louder, more insistent. It's as if the divine is calling you home, back to the place where you truly belong. And once you begin to listen, once you begin to trust that whisper, you'll discover that it was always there, waiting for you to awaken to its truth. The journey, the path of the chosen one, is not a straight path. A winding, unpredictable road that demands courage and free will. God does not force anyone into their divine calling. Instead, God offers you the path. You are given the choice to walk it or to turn away. Your free will is an essential part of this journey. It's the power. Have you ever thought about what it would be like to hear God speak to you? It's not just words that you hear, it's a vibration that resonates within you. It's a call to your very essence. It stirs emotions you may have long buried, awakens dreams you thought were impossible, Pushes you to confront fears you didn't even know existed. It's an overwhelming choice, to respond to the divine invitation. God may have a plan. It is up to you to decide whether or not you will embrace it with open arms. This is the beautiful paradox of the chosen one's journey. While there is a divine plan, there is also room for personal choice. It's a path that allows for growth and learning. Have you ever imagined what it would be like to hear God speak to you? It's not just words that you hear, it's a vibration that resonates within you. It's a call to your very essence. It stirs emotions you may have long buried. Awakens dreams you thought were impossible. Pushes you to confront fears you didn't even know existed. It makes you decide to align your life with your true purpose. Your free will is not a burden. A gift. It gives you the opportunity to shape your destiny. To take ownership of your role in the divine plan. To walk the path with full awareness and intention. However, embracing your role as a chosen one requires surrender. It means letting go of the need to control every aspect of your life. Trusting that God's plan is unfolding exactly as it should. It's the understanding that while you have free will, you also have a higher purpose to fulfill. One that may challenge you, stretch you, transform you in ways you never thought possible. Have you ever thought about what it would be like to answer a call from God? It's not just words you hear, it's a vibration that resonates within you. It's a call to your very essence. It stirs emotions you may have long buried. Awakens dreams you thought were impossible. Pushes you to confront fears you didn't even know existed. But as overwhelming as it may feel, embracing this divine role can bring a sense of peace and fulfillment that surpasses anything you could have achieved on your own. Let's continue with the next sections of the script. Keeping the tone engaging. Emotional. Deeply human. When the call comes, it's not always easy to answer. The journey of the chosen one often begins with doubt, fear, uncertainty. Your mind may try to convince you that you're not worthy, that you're not capable, that the path ahead will be too difficult. But here's the truth: answering the call takes faith and courage. It means stepping into the unknown with nothing. Your trust in God's plan to guide you. Faith is not just believing that something will happen. It's knowing deep down that you are exactly where you need to be. It's trusting that even when the road ahead seems unclear, God is with you every step of the way. Courage is the ability to move forward, despite the fear. To face the unknown with a heart full of trust, faith, and courage aren't always easy. They're the qualities that will allow you to rise up as the chosen one. They'll give you the strength to keep going when things get tough. There will be moments when the world around you questions your path. Friends, and have you ever imagined what it would be like to hear God speak to you? It's not just words that you hear, it's a vibration that resonates within you. It's a call to your very essence. It's a call that stirs emotions you may have long buried. Awakens dreams you thought were impossible. Pushes you to confront fears you didn't even know existed. Family may not understand your choices. There may be times when you doubt your own abilities. But when you answer the call, you do so with a heart that is resolute. A heart that knows that God's plan for you is bigger than any fear or doubt. This is the moment when you step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. It's a difficult decision. It's the most important one you'll ever make. The path of the chosen one is not a lonely one. As you walk this path, God's guidance is always with you, leading you with wisdom beyond your understanding. It's like a steady, gentle hand that directs your steps, even when it's not an easy choice. It's the most important one you'll ever make. The path of the chosen one is not a lonely one. As you walk this path, God's guidance is always with you, leading you with wisdom beyond your understanding. It's like a steady, gentle hand that directs your steps, even when you can't see the next one. Divine guidance comes in many forms, through intuition, through signs and synchronicities, through the quiet voice in your heart. It's a wisdom that goes beyond human logic and taps into a deeper truth, a truth that can only be known when you are aligned. Trusting in a higher power means letting go of the need to be in control and letting God guide you. This guidance might seem vague at first. As you develop your connection with God, it will become clearer. You will start to see signs in everyday life. Like a chance meeting. A book that falls into your hands. A moment of quiet reflection that gives you clarity. Divine guidance is always there for those who seek it. Sometimes the journey will ask you to take. Sometimes it's hard to make decisions that seem right for you. But when you trust in God's guidance, even when it doesn't make sense, you'll find that each step you take brings you closer to the purpose you were born to fulfill. The wisdom of the divine is not limited by time or space. It will lead you to the fulfillment of your higher purpose. There's a quiet, almost imperceptible stirring within you, an inner knowing that you are destined for something greater. This stirring is the first divine secret. The gentle nudge that sets you on the path of the chosen one. It's a call to rise above the ordinary and seek a higher purpose. It's not something you can force or create. It comes from deep within your soul. A deep, unspoken desire for more. The inner stirring is often subtle at first. It may show up as a feeling of restlessness, a sense that something is missing in your life, a desire to make a difference in the world. It's a call that beckons you to explore, to step outside of your comfort zone, to search for the deeper meaning that lies hidden beneath the surface of your everyday existence. And once you start to listen, you'll begin to find that it leads you to places you never imagined. This inner stirring is the beginning of your awakening. A sign that the divine path is calling you. It's the first clue in the puzzle of your life. A clue that will unfold as you continue to listen. You begin to listen. Once you start to follow that stirring, you will find that it leads you to places you never imagined. This inner stirring is the beginning of your awakening. A sign that the divine path is calling you. It's the first clue in the puzzle of your life. A clue that will unfold as you continue to listen and respond to this inner knowing. When you honor this stirring, you honor the sacredness of your divine purpose. It is the first step on the path that will lead you to the fulfillment of your mission. Being chosen by God comes with a big responsibility, a responsibility to purify your heart and mind. This journey is all about change, but before you can really step into your role as a divine being, you've got to let go of some old habits like wanting to be validated, in control, separate. You've got to let these go so the real you can shine through, and purification isn't always easy. There's a quiet, almost imperceptible stirring within you. It's an inner knowing that you are destined for something greater. This stirring is the first divine secret. It's a gentle nudge that sets you on the path of the chosen one. It's easy. You just have to confront the parts of yourself that you may not want to see. You have to face the fears, insecurities, attachments that have held you back. This is a necessary step in your journey. The more you shed the layers of ego, the more you will be able to embrace your true essence. The part of you that this is the first divine secret. It's a gentle nudge that sets you on the path of the chosen one. It aligns you with the divine. This purification process opens your heart to God's guidance. It's a beautiful but challenging process. It comes with moments of discomfort as you let go of what no longer serves you. But as you release the old and make space for the new, you'll find your true power. Your divine gifts, your higher purpose begin to emerge. You become the person God has called you to be. You were meant to live. The path of the chosen one is not without its trials. You will face moments of deep inner struggle. Times when your faith is tested. Challenges that seem insurmountable. These trials are not obstacles. However, they are opportunities for transformation. In facing your inner shadows, you confront the parts of yourself that need healing. Growth. Release. It is through these struggles that you are shaped into the person you are meant to be. The trials you face will vary. Some may be external, such as difficult relationships, financial hardship, personal loss. Others will be internal, such as you may feel doubt, fear, limited beliefs when you start to follow a path that is bigger than you. These things are there to help you grow. They are there to help you rise above your circumstances and be more in line with your true purpose. The challenges you face are not there to destroy you. They are there to shape you. You were always meant to be an instrument of divine love and service. The essence of the chosen one's journey is transformation through trials. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to shed the old and step into the new. You may not see the purpose behind every trial at the moment. In hindsight, you will understand that these moments prepared you for your higher mission. Through every trial, you are being shaped into the person who can carry out God's plan with love, grace, unwavering faith. As you step deeper into the divine path, you begin to notice something extraordinary unfolding within you. Spiritual gifts are awakening. These gifts, which are part of who you are not random. They are tools given to you by God to help you fulfill your higher purpose. At first, they may feel like whispers of intuition, flashes of insight, gentle nudges guiding your decisions. As you continue to grow, they will become stronger and more obvious. As you continue to grow and embrace your role as the chosen one, these gifts will become more pronounced, more powerful, more aligned with the service you are meant to provide in the world. These spiritual gifts are unique to you. Some may have been with you since birth, lying dormant, waiting for the right moment to emerge. Others may have developed as you may have had these gifts since you were born. You didn't use them. You may have started to grow spiritually and develop these gifts. These gifts can be many things. You may have the gift of healing, the ability to listen deeply and offer guidance, the gift of compassion that transforms hearts, the gift of clarity and discernment that helps you see beyond the physical world. As you awaken to these abilities, you may feel a strong desire to use these abilities to help others. This is the plan of God, to use your gifts to help those who need it most, but awakening these gifts requires effort. It's not enough to simply acknowledge them. You must nurture them, develop them, use them to help others. You have spiritual gifts. These gifts are for helping others. They are a form of divine purpose. They are sacred tools. They are meant to be used to heal, guide, inspire others. You have a responsibility to use your spiritual gifts to help others. This is the divine plan. You have to put in the effort to develop your gifts. You have to practice them. You have to develop them. You have to put them into practice. You have to do this just like a musician has to practice their instrument to become a master. You have to use your spiritual gifts through prayer, meditation, reflection, service. Each time you use these gifts, they grow stronger and more refined. They become a source of divine power that radiates out into the world. You have spiritual gifts. You were chosen for a reason. You should use your gifts to help other people. You will see that your gifts are for more than just yourself. They are there to help, heal, guide, inspire others. When your spiritual gifts start to show up, you need to take care of them. These gifts are sacred tools that you have been given these gifts for a reason. You must take care of them and use them to help other people. You can do this by developing your gifts and using them to make the world a better place. However, you can't just rely on your gifts. You have to take care of them and understand their purpose. This will help you develop your gifts. Your gifts will help you grow as a person. You have to be patient and dedicate yourself to your gifts. You need to give yourself time to be still and listen to God's voice as you develop your gifts. They will grow and evolve, becoming more powerful and refined. This will allow you to serve with greater impact, however. It's important to stay humble, remember. These gifts are not yours to own. They are simply on loan from God. You have gifts that you were meant to use for a higher purpose. You should approach your gifts with reverence and gratitude. You should understand that they are tools for serving God, not for personal gain. The more you use your gifts in alignment with God's will, the more they will grow. This will bring you closer to fulfilling your purpose. You have a higher mission. By developing your gifts, you prepare to be an agent of transformation in the world. A beacon of light that guides others to their own divine purpose. One of the most profound aspects of being chosen by God is understanding the delicate balance between destiny and free will. You have been called to a higher purpose. A divine mission that was set in motion long before your birth. You are not a passive participant in this journey. You have the power to choose to take action and to shape your path. This is the divine paradox: you are part of a greater plan. Your choices. Your free will. You have gifts that are an important part of a bigger plan to help people. You have to work on using your gifts. This is what destiny means. Destiny is not about what happens to you. It's about doing what you believe is right. Destiny is the thing that guides you in your life. It makes you want to do the things you believe in. You still have free will. This means you can make your own decisions. Every choice you make helps you do what you believe in. You can choose to do this in a way that shows who you are. You can do this while also following the plan that destiny has for you. Destiny has a plan for you. You have the freedom to choose how to act, you have the power to shape your destiny, you are not a puppet of fate, you are an active participant in the divine story being written. This means that even in the face of adversity, you have the power to choose how you respond. You have the ability to shape your thoughts, your actions, your beliefs to align more closely with the divine. Destiny and free will work together to create a strong sense of purpose in your life. As you follow the path God has set for you, you know that your choices matter in the grand design. As a chosen one, your divine calling is not just about personal transformation, it's also about uplifting others and serving them. Plan for your life. The combination of destiny and free will creates a profound sense of purpose. As you walk the path that God has set before you, know that your choices matter in the grand design. As a chosen one, your divine calling is not just about personal transformation. It's about uplifting others, serving them, helping them see the divine light within themselves. Your path is one of selflessness. One that places the needs of others above your own desires. The chosen ones are called to serve in unique and profound ways. Whether through acts of kindness, healing, guidance, leadership. The more you step into your role as a servant of the divine, the more you will see how your life is intricately connected to the lives of others. Serving others is not always easy. It requires humility, patience, a deep understanding that your actions have the power to transform lives. Sometimes, Serving others means stepping into uncomfortable situations. Offering you provide love and support when it's needed most. This helps you fulfill your purpose. Every act of kindness. Every moment of compassion. Every word of encouragement you offer reflects God's love and grace in the world. When you serve others, you become a vessel through which the divine flows, healing hearts and inspiring change. The chosen ones are not meant to seek glory or recognition for their service. They are meant to serve quietly, humbly, with great love. The true power of service lies not in the accolades you receive, in the difference you make in the lives of those around you. When you serve with an open heart lets you be a channel for God's love, brightening even the darkest corners of the world. The more you serve, the more you align with your divine purpose and the more you fulfill the mission you are called to complete. The final secret of the chosen one is the art of surrender. Surrendering to God's will does. This doesn't mean you should give up or give in. It means fully trusting that the divine knows what's best for you. It's about letting go of control, releasing the need to know every detail, trusting that the journey is unfolding exactly as it should. Surrender is the ultimate act of faith. It's the point at which you recognize that your life is not yours alone. It belongs to God. You are simply walking in alignment with His plan. Trusting the journey is not always easy. Especially when things don't go as you expected. There will be times when the path is unclear, when you feel lost or unsure of the next step. But it is in these moments of uncertainty that you find a profound sense of. You will find peace when you surrender to God's will. You are loved and supported when you need it most. This service helps you fulfill your life's purpose. Every kind act, every moment of compassion, every encouraging word reflects God's love and grace in the world. When you help others, you allow God's love to flow through you. This love brings peace. It's the kind of peace that comes from knowing you don't have to have all the answers or control everything. God is in charge. He will guide you every step of the way. Surrendering doesn't mean being passive. It means actively choosing to trust in the divine wisdom that is always at work in your life. When you give of yourself, you find true freedom, peace, purpose. Below are 10 more articles that go into more detail about being chosen by God. Each article has 4 paragraphs that will captivate, engage, provide depth and meaning. Listen. God's timing is always perfect. Even if things don't go as planned, you should have patience. Remember that everything happens for a reason. It's through helping others that you find your purpose. Every kind act, every moment of compassion, every encouraging word reflects God's love and grace. When you help others, you become a vessel for God's love. Remember, divine timing is an essential part of the journey. We often want things to happen on our schedule. When you're called by God, you must learn to trust His timing. It's often when we stop pushing and trying to force outcomes that we begin to see the divine. You provide love and support when it's needed most. This service allows you to fulfill your divine purpose. Every act of kindness, every moment of compassion, every word of encouragement you offer reflects God's love and grace in the world. When you serve others, you become a vessel through which the divine flows. God's timing is never early or late. It is always perfect, even if it doesn't align with our own expectations. When you trust in divine timing, you learn patience. You begin to understand that every moment in your life has been divinely orchestrated for a reason. The delays, pauses, waiting are all part of the process. You help others and serve others. In doing so, you become the person you are meant to be. Everything in life has a purpose. Each stage of your life is important. The challenge is to trust that everything is happening the way it should. This can be hard, especially when we are in difficult situations. It's easy to want things to happen faster or to be more proactive. When you trust the timing of the divine, you see these moments as opportunities for growth and reflection. Work more closely with your mission. They help you prepare for what is to come, ensuring that when the time is right, you are fully ready to fulfill your life's purpose. The beauty of divine timing is that it removes the pressure from your shoulders. You can let go of the need to rush, force outcomes, control the story of your life. Instead, you trust in faith, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be at every moment. Trusting God's timing means knowing that every delay is part of a bigger plan. Design. When the time comes, you will be ready to take on your destiny. Fear is a natural human emotion. If you are chosen by God, you will probably experience fear in different situations. You may fear the unknown, failure, judgment. These feelings are normal parts of life. As a chosen one, you are called to face your fears. Fear can make you stronger when you face it with courage. The key to overcoming fear is to be real with yourself. It doesn't exist. You can acknowledge it and choose to move forward. When you face fears, you learn that fear is not a barrier, a teacher. It teaches you about your own resilience, your inner strength, your trust in God. Every time you take a step forward despite fear, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than you think and that your trust in God is greater than any obstacle. Fear often arises when we step outside of our comfort zones. As the chosen one, you are constantly being pushed to try new things. Take risks. Do things you're not used to. It's normal to feel afraid. Remember that your mission is more important than your fears. If you keep going through your fears, they won't have as much power over you. You won't be stopped by doubt anymore. Instead, you'll use your fears as energy to help you reach your goals. The more you face your fears with trust, the more you'll see that they're just temporary feelings that go away when you take action. When you trust in God's plan for you, you'll be able to do great things. Guidance. You learn to walk with peace. Even when you are afraid, you begin to understand that fear does not define you. It's your courage, trust, commitment to your divine mission that define you. Fear, when transformed, becomes a source of strength, pushing you further on your path to fulfilling your higher calling. Prayer is one of the most powerful tools a chosen one can use to stay aligned with God's will. Prayer is how you open the lines of communication between yourself and the divine. Seeking guidance, strength, wisdom for your journey. Prayer is more than a ritual. It's a way to connect with a higher power. It's a way to receive love, peace, knowledge. When you pray, you create a sacred space where you can express your feelings, release your worries, invite a higher power into your life. Prayer is the time when you surrender your desires and align your will with a higher purpose. It is an act of humility and devotion, recognizing that you are not walking this path alone. God's presence through prayer strengthens you, encourages you, reminds you to trust in His divine plan. Prayer also helps you focus. In the chaos and noise of life, it's easy to lose sight of your purpose. Prayer allows you to return to that center, where God's voice is clear and His guidance is certain. Whether through formal prayer, quiet reflection, simply speaking to God in the stillness of your heart, prayer reconnects you to your divine mission and brings peace to your soul. These special moments remind you of your purpose. Prayer invites God to help you. God may not always answer the way you expect. But when you pray, you open yourself to God's wisdom. That wisdom will always lead you in the right direction. Prayer reminds you that you are not alone. God is always there to guide, protect, uplift you on your path.